Hello, Internet! This is Sneaky Devil bringing you Fanfiction Theater. Contempt Theater, I suppose. 9003, episode 98. Jesus Christ.
Almost at the end.
We are nearing the end of an era,
Wait.
gentlemen. You might not like us now, but you'll miss us when we're gone.
No one's gonna miss this podcast.
No one's gonna know. No one's gonna
Not a
miss this
single
podcast.
fucking
Not a
person.
single fucking person will ever miss this podcast. Imagine.
It's definitely greatly appreciated.
Imagine that this gets, some apocalyptic event happens, and this is what gets saved. Like, this is the data that gets recovered off of the YouTube servers. This is the one series that just happened to be recovered, and like either aliens or future generations of apocalypse humans. This is what they'll have as a monument to the previous era.
They're gonna get to the third season and it's all just gonna go downhill.
It's
2020
all
is recorded in Fanfiction Contempt Theater. Are we 9-3 or 9-4?
We're 9-3 now.
Yeah, great. So yeah, the third season where fourth season actually. Sorry, fourth season where everything just
Ghost.
yeah, great. 2020 is now chronicled in this.
2020 is
Awesome.
now
Yeah.
officially
And
chronicled.
curiously, that correlates with when I started actually coming on the podcast.
I
Yes,
noticed.
how very
Interesting
curious.
coincidence.
Coincidence? I think not.
What a shame.
You know what else isn't a coincidence? The next fic we're gonna cover.
I was about to say probably
Yeah.
the shit you have lined up.
Yeah.
So you, of course, can thank Zeeks for this one. He posted this lovely fic. And,
Ah, yes. Moscow should have fallen in 41. God damn it.
Oh, great. That's so smart. I'm going to take one
yeah,
really
that's it.
confusing universe and mash it with another.
Yeah, when your
Brilliant
dyslexic
thought.
professor accidentally puts a 9 on your final grade instead of a 6. Yes. Professional.
Oh,
Indeed.
God.
I'm gonna just mute for a bit while I eat my noodles.
So anyway, this is a Fate Stay Night Elder Scrolls crossover story. Yeah. Called Shiro Emiya, the Daedric Prince of the Heroic Forge. By Archangel Zirian Chaos God.
Can we just say no to this?
We could, but I really want, like, look how short this story is.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Small blessings. Max,
We're
small blessings.
usually able to drag out a like 5K chapter to like an hour. We could probably stretch this out to 45 minutes, which are really hard.
No, yeah,
Do
easily.
we want to try that hard?
Not
No.
particularly. This is an idea that I had that struck me in the head about a Dovahkiin Shiro Skyrim fic. No shit! You are writing it in the sections, author. You don't need to tell us that.
This shouldn't be in the summary. This should be in the author's note at
That
the
would be
start
like-
or the chapter.
I don't. Is there an
Oh, hey,
equivalent?
it's
Is there an
no, sir.
equivalent? Can
Hello.
I make an equivalency here? That would be like. Oh, you know what? There we go. Yeah, that would be like you showing up to a car dealership, asking to see the cars so you can buy one, and then explaining to the car dealer that I really just thought one day I would buy a car. It's like, yeah, the car dealer kind of caught on to that when you asked to look at the cars.
I mean, yeah. That
It's kind of implied that if you drive all the way down to a car dealership, ask to look at their cars, you're looking to buy a car. It's like, no
I mean,
shit.
technically, what I'm actually looking to do is wait for them to stop paying attention so I can steal the car and take it to a chop
Wire
shop.
one of the cars and drive away.
But that may just be the Chicago method of acquiring a vehicle.
Yeah, it kind of is.
This
Detroit
is
style
my
horse
first
too.
time writing a fanfic. Yeah, we can tell. So I hope I don't suck too badly. Goddamn,
You'll suck.
dude, you suck like the goddamn Hoover vacuum.
Oh.
So
The goddamn Hoover Dam.
Sheogorath and Zelric Fanfiction Edition meet each other.
Oh my god.
I hate it. Thanks.
Shiro wakes up in a wagon, bound for Helgen.
Can I just...
fuck?
Oh hey, you're finally awake.
Are you guys ready for some real legit Shiro lyrics here?
Yeah.
Fuck? How did I end up on this here wagon? Fuck
What?
you, Zelrich.
Yeah, he's taking
it's
some artistic
Zelich.
liberties,
Yeah,
but
some
like that's
artistic
pretty.
liberties.
Oh my god, he really did write Zelich.
Or Zelich.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yes, Zelich.
The Lech, I guess.
Zelich.
The Leech.
Oh no, he's French.
Oh no. Oh.
Who are you? I am the boner of my sword. Forget the list. The crazy guy goes on the block. Excuse me, what? Said Shiro.
Dude, What?
Yeah,
I
this
just
is
noticed
legit
the-
Shiro lyrics. Shiro would totally say everything I have repeated.
Sneaky. I just noticed the published date.
Oh, the published date was like yesterday.
2 days ago.
16th,
Yeah,
2 days
know.
ago. Oh no, God.
Oh dear.
my fucking scouter got this one. Don't worry.
The power of
Who is your fucking scouter?
the
As you
KGB.
see, I have many informants scattered throughout the lands that bring me this crap these days. By many informants, I mean like one person. But, you know. Many.
See, yeah.
Disclaimer: I don't own anything.
I don't know anymore.
Thank fucking God. If you paid someone to read this, then you got screwed over. You hear that, chat? He's calling you out.
I mean, I'm not really paying you for you to read stories. I'm doing it out of pity at this point. This is a pity payment
I'll pay
of
you. I'll take
$5.
your fucking pity dollars. Give me
Yeah,
the pity
Sneaky doesn't
shekels.
care. Money's money.
I know he doesn't care.
And not in the
I'm
fun
just
way
explaining.
either. Bethesda owns Elder Scrolls, and Type Moon owns the Nasuverse.
Really? I thought it was the other way around. You know,
No,
I thought
I might-
Todd was the
ooh.
one putting tits on historical figures.
I mean,
Don't give him ideas. Chapter 1! The fuck
Wait a
am I
minute.
doing in this here wagon?
Oh my god.
Why
I
is
need you
there?
to not speak again.
please cease existing.
You thought I was joking, but that's actually what he wrote.
No, I don't think you're joking. I'm just sad.
That's fair enough. Somewhere in the Shivering Isles, Sheogorath is bored as fuck. So bored that he decides to peer into a random world that totally isn't connected to the nerd at all. Which would...
I wonder what's for dinner.
If it's not connected to Nern, then how exactly is he peering into that world?
Yes.
Anyway, hoping to find something, anything to cure his boredom, he finds himself looking at a certain troll dead apostle ancestor.
Oh yeah.
God, I hate that. Can I just take a moment to say how much I fucking despise that fanon?
Go for it.
Which
That
fan?
Zeld's just some kind of mega troll.
Oh,
That Zelrich is just some kind of like multi-universal ultra troll.
yeah, that is incredible. It's like now that I've seen enough of him and other Fate works, like he's not a troll. He's just curious and he doesn't give a fuck.
Well, see, neither does the
It's just
fandom if
saying
they're
we
just
don't
gonna
mess
do
with
whatever
it.
the fuck they want, obviously.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like
Chillin' in a very comfortable looking recliner chair with the kick rest up and peering into the infinite realities made available to his use of true magic unique to only him. And the countless. Why? Why do you actually write that, author? The countless other Zelrechians out in the multiverse, kaleidoscope, operation of parallel worlds, ellipses, whom is also bored as fuck. Actually, it's who, author. As you can imagine, that's some very, very, very bad juju. But wait, it gets better, question mark. Said fourth dead apostle ancestor notices Mad God Bulge, Ubu, and conjures up another recliner chair, a small end table, and a platter with a nice variety of expensive chaises. Yeah, he actually spelt it like that. He actually spelt it chaises.
This has to be crack right?
You'd think so.
Maybe.
I really hope so. I really hope so.
I'm gonna look at his profile.
Yeah, I'm trying to follow that up.
I want answers.
I appreciate your subscription, my dude.
There are no
Welcome
answers.
to hell.
Only
There are no answers.
There's only suffering.
There is, yeah, literally, there's only suffering.
There is.
What the fuck
only
is this?
suffering.
What is this fucking garbage?
Anyway.
It's a fan fiction on the fan
He's
fiction site.
already got another fic that he wants to write where there are 7 saber faces in Skyrim.
I want to eat a gun.
You can't do that yet.
Fair enough.
You haven't made nearly enough money for that.
Oh, you have a good point.
You are not allowed to Kurt Cobain until you have at least
All right,
gotten 50 subscribers.
Favorite
Fair enough.
authors. Lupine Horror.
Motherfucker.
Get that fucking
He
British
does it
shit
again.
on here right now. He needs to apologize for this.
Hey, Sneaky, have we run into an author named a dyslexic writer?
Yes, we have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's on here too.
Oh. That fucking cunt.
I don't recognize any of these others. Like, I want to say this Dr. Anime Lover looks familiar, but I'm not real sure.
I've never heard of him.
Wow. Paratius is there. Parkio? I don't fucking know. I pronounce his name, but that guy's on there too.
No. Yeah. So that explains. That means it's not a joke account. You know, I was really hoping this was a joke account.
Oh, Sneaky, it's not. This dude joined in 2015. He has 464 favorited stories and 9 favorited authors.
This is not a joke. This is a serious story. This story was actually written with the intention of actually writing it. This is a serious story. I'm gonna...
He constantly switches between da and thee on his on his profile.
Hold on.
There's no consistency here.
Yeah, he also spells
He-
cheese
he-
with a Z for some reason.
Like,
Where did this guy learn to write?
it's very much a meme thing, though. Like, that particular spelling is
That-
very much just
in like 2012, yeah, I can ask
Yeah.
cheeseburger, please.
yeah, good
But-
old cheeseburger cat.
Ah,
Alright.
disgusting.
That is one whiskey glass of vodka poured out.
Yeah, go for
Cheers, I'll
another.
drink to that, bro.
Alright. Woo! Alright. Let's do this.
Ah.
That's pretty good.
I can smell the alcohol from here.
Who's
Good.
Tiered Malachi?
No idea.
Well, he's
Some guy
subscribed
from,
to Prime, so thank you.
Yeah, some guy from Zeros. I got him in here. You're welcome.
Wait, Malik.
Literally earning you money as we
Very
speak.
appreciate. I know. I very much appreciate his efforts to fund my growing alcohol addiction.
Growing? You mean fully matured?
No,
Oh,
he's still
there's always
working
room
on
for
it.
more.
No. See,
No, okay,
I
hold on a
am
second.
not-
Look. If we're looking at the growth rate of Sneaky's alcohol addiction,
Yep.
it's at least gotten to a tier 4 alcohol addiction.
No.
There's more to go on.
I'm not
Like-
saying there's not more to go. I'm just saying
Yeah.
it's not like this is a small wee baby.
I haven't
Yeah, but it can
even.
still
I
grow
have
more.
not even reached Ricky levels of requiring alcohol. Okay.
I'm gonna go grab my dinner.
Look,
downstairs. I'll
the
be
only
back.
time I have a problem with alcohol is when I run out. Okay.
At least
Well,
he's
no, putting
honest.
And 2 bottles of Domaine de la Romaine Country Grand Cru because he is rich as fuck. So you gonna sit down and tell me what the Daedric Prince is doing, staring at me like a creepy, fugly old man you find in some random back alley? Or Zelrich trailed off, leaving the decision up to his guest. Sheogorath could tell at a glance that he was some kind of vampire-like undead, but no connection to his rapey brother Molagbile. There's wine. And Ches. Fuck Kashun. It's overrated anyway. And because Ches, that's reason enough. Thought Sheogorath. Why is there spaces? Why did he put spaces there?
That's something we'll probably never know.
Thought
And I'm
Sheogorath then appeared in the offered recliner, put up the kick rest, and grabbed the nearest slice of Ches, grabbed a bottle with the other hand, and grabbed a pussy with the third, and snacked his crazy ass off. Zelrich lazily conjured a glass of Pegasus blood, because why the fuck not, in his hand and took a sip, patiently waiting for his guest to introduce himself properly. Not that he needed it, he knew what this Daedric god was. He just liked manners. Just kidding, Zelrich couldn't give a fuck about manners. At his companion's snacking. Just a glance at the mad god tells him all he needs to know. He's fucking bored too! This is painful and cringy. Well, you know, that's
Wow.
why alcohol was invented.
Yeah. Same to you, Aura. Same to you.
Pretty much, yeah.
Cheers, mate. Oh.
I'll drink to that, bro.
All right. Have I missed anything?
You've missed pain and suffering.
Yeah. As always.
Okay, but anything important?
No, of course not.
No.
We wouldn't miss anything important in this story, even
Fuck
if
do you
they also
think?
tried.
We're eating Shira Emu.
Just that this guy was inspired by Lupin.
Oh, yeah, no, we
Yeah,
already figured
I-
that out.
Yeah.
Lupine,
Yeah,
in fact,
I-
inspired this guy.
He was the one who brought it up, actually. So, you know. That's
Yeah, so
I have
make
paid Lupine,
sure
by the way.
to get Lupine to make sure he has to read this story and then make him apologize for allowing this man to live.
Yeah.
He let out a satisfied sigh and said aloud, "It appears you have me at a disadvantage." Sorry. Vantage.
Excuse me, what?
Disadvantage.
Oh,
Judging by the fact that you know I'm a Daedric prince and know I like Ches, I'm going to assume you know who I am. And I'm gonna introduce myself anyway because manners.
oh.
Said
Why is he Southern?
Quasi God.
You have caused Max great amounts of pain.
I think Max is about to fail a stand check.
I was
He's about to fail his what now?
about the woo-woo notices bulge.
Oh God, why? But why though?
You know, I'm so glad there's nobody fucking else in this fucking entire area. Because my screaming has got to leave them either so confused or really fucking annoyed.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
both. I think this man just really loves cheese, Sora.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
Chels-
no, it's,
yes,
Shio
loves
Gorath
Chels.
loves cheese because he's like, it's funny.
Oh.
It's quirky, so therefore it's funny, so therefore Shio Gorath likes it.
Random funny. Random funny. I am laughing.
Yeah, but this one isn't actually the author's fault.
Shio Gorath is very much
What's
the
retarded?
lol so random, chaotic, stupid sort of person. If the chaotic, stupid person also had the ability to turn your insides outside and then make you live while that was occurring.
Yeah.
As I do duly remember, back in Oblivion, upon first meeting Shio Gorath, he said something along the lines of, "Entertain me or I'll rip your intestines out and jump rope with them."
I mean, if he's anything like the Laughing God, yeah, I can understand that.
I mean, credit where credit's due when you interact with Shogorath, at least in Skyrim. The cheese thing is just an offhanded comment. It's not really played for anything
I
aside
love
from
the cheese.
Yeah,
I
they
must
don't like
have the
play it
cheese.
to the hilt.
But that's
Let
because
me consume the
that-
cheese.
that's because the Skyrim Shio Gorath is not the same as the Oblivion Shio Gorath.
oh,
Yeah,
is
I
that
was gonna say,
explicit?
Yeah, no, it's explicitly canonical that the champion of Kavach ended up becoming Shio Gorath canonically.
and isn't that
Elder
just the
Scrolls
worst
is
prize?
Elder Scrolls is so fucking weird.
Yeah.
No, the Elder Scrolls is basically like, listen, God has to always exist, but God can absolutely be killed.
Yeah.
It's very much like
Oh.
Kratos in God of War. Well, you killed Ares, so you've got the job now, because I guess you're better at murder than he was.
Which, I mean,
Yeah,
to be
and
fair,
then-
if you do manage to kill the God of War, that
Probably.
does mean you are better at fighting.
Yeah. Also, in the God of War series defense, it was really interesting learning about what happened after Kratos kills the gods. Which is, yeah, if they're in charge of a specific element, shit goes fucked real fast.
And then he ran away to go hide in Norse mythology.
And then killed them all too.
Now, to be fair, the Norse
They wouldn't leave
started
him
that one.
alone. Yeah,
I was gonna say, like, they 100% started it.
Yeah.
All you had to do was not, like, threaten his family. That's
All we had to do was not threaten Kratos.
With a
Follow
good
the
time.
damn train, TJ.
I was trying to think of a Norse god and I couldn't think of anything.
Bruh.
Sorry.
Well, you know,
Well,
I suppose it's a good
You
thing
just
that he
offended
killed
my
his
entire
dog.
cultural heritage. Fuck you.
Here's the thing, I don't care about your cultural heritage because you're a bunch of Northmen who don't understand what culture is.
Says the American. Alright, bro.
Ooh.
our culture is
Fine,
everybody's
baseball.
culture.
Yeah,
by
our
right
culture
of
is everyone's
conquest.
culture. Fuck off.
Don't
No.
you know America's really close to a cultural victory? And then
Ah, yes.
Yeah, we just need to build another Taj Mahal.
Listen, we turned your culture into one of our GDP products.
look, we've been
so
really
that means
flexing
we're
our
winning.
tourism score.
Yeah, fuck Marvel. Fuck Marvel.
Oh please, we were doing it long before Marvel came along.
Yeah, I know. But like specifically on the my
I'm not-
culture thing.
I do actually
Based.
second him on that
Go
one.
to hell.
Fuck Marvel.
I mean, listen,
Yeah.
I'm not saying Marvel's not terrible. I'm just saying we did successfully commercialize your existence.
That's fair enough. We commercialized pretty much everyone's
Yeah.
existence.
Yeah. No
This
one's
is true.
safe from capitalism. Which isn't a
Said
uniquely American phenomenon.
crazy God stood up to walk in front of the old man of jewels and took a bow. My name is Sheo Gorath, Daedric Prince of Madness and Ches. A pleasure. Zelrich introduced himself and they talked then that should be all you need to know about what happened in this scene. And now you're about to find out what happens.
He's been misspelling Sheogorath this entire time. I thought that was bothering me. He's missing an O.
Oh, that's right, he is. I just kind of naturally correct that. Yeah.
It's the fusion of Shigo and Sheogorath.
That's terrifying.
That is terrifying. I miss when cartoons were good.
You know, I have to say, as well. All things considered, Sheogorath has really fine taste that he has 2 entire species of fanatical women fighting over how to serve him.
He managed that, did he?
Oh, yeah.
He did?
So... Huh.
Yeah.
Yup.
So basically, Sheogorath is a perfect stand-in for a High School DxD crossover.
I suppose you could say that. Except Sheogorath probably actually had the sex. Unlike you say.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, based on everything we know about Sheogorath, he probably created
actually now that I'm scratching the memory of the over 1,000 hours I put into Oblivion, I'm pretty sure an orgy was mentioned at least once.
1 second.
So
wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, poison was also involved. Yeah, no.
Well, I mean, that's just a good.
Yeah, no,
that's
that was
a
the
good
thing.
time.
Yeah, no, sex was yes. Yeah. You know what the saddest thing is? Sheogorath actually would be what SJWs consider pansexual. If it's got a hole, he'll probably fuck it at least once.
Yeah.
At least it's they won't fuck an elf.
Consensually. If you call driving them insane with torture and poison and drugs consensual, but it's a little bit less intense than Molag Bal, but at the same time, even Molag Bal doesn't want to fuck with Sheogorath.
Molag Bald. Huh.
Has been bald. Anyway, let's all go find out what happens to a certain red and white-haired human sword we all know.
Do we have to?
Apparently. And if you don't know about him, let's find out. Yeah, because someone would definitely read a story called Shiro Emiya something 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 if they don't know who the fuck Shiro Emiya is.
They might.
That's fair, I guess.
Like, there are people who read Worm fanfic, but not Worm itself.
There are writers who don't read Worm, so I'll give you that.
Yeah.
So I go to sleep thinking I'm gonna check out that new gun exhibit.
What the fuck?
Why is he Southern?
Yeah. Texas?
For Wyatt Ape's Peacemaker Revolver tomorrow afternoon when it opens.
I'ma wake up, fix some breakfast, and fix some coffee to revive Necro Ren from the dead.
Presumably, this is when he's living with Ren in Britain.
Yes.
When
that does not explain.
Ever have a gun exhibit?
Hey,
for
Shadow,
an American
can you answer that question?
Western cowboy.
Yes,
yeah, like
there's no reason.
We literally have a British guy right here. Shadow.
Yep.
Yeah, can you... Is there gun exhibits, gun fairs going on in Britain ever?
I have never heard of any.
Okay.
Dinner, we're going to have a sit around the fireplace.
All right.
Uh-oh. I think Nose is being threatened.
Bruh, some of these Twitch ads are more cringy than the fanfiction you are reading. If I see any more gamer DNA shit, I might go gamer on someone. Ooh.
Damn. He's going to game. Yup, it's gamer time.
Sneaky, are you okay?
Alright, do you want to hear a really bad joke?
No.
Maybe? Is this TOS breaking?
No,
Sneaky, just hold it
probably, maybe a little bit. It's nothing racist. It's nothing sexist either.
Damn. Cringe.
So, you know that
Cringe.
moment when you're in school, except you start hearing boss battle music, except it really sounds a lot like Pumped Up Kicks.
Mm.
Better run, outrun my gun. All the other kids.
No, Sneaky, that's when the optional objective pops up. Join the fun.
I still
pretty
do
fucked.
I still do love that gif of the guy playing a game, and then in real life an achievement pops up underneath him, survive the nuke, and he just looks down at it and then looks at the window like, wait, what?
Oh
Survived
god, yeah, that's
survived
it's a
the
couple
nuke.
years old, isn't it?
That's pretty old now, yeah. I still love it. And it ranks right up there with the Twitch staff clip where the Twitch contributor, staff, moderator person dear thing was saying how all gamers are racist, and then the guy who's recording it with his phone
Yeah,
walks
I remember
over to
that.
the mirror and he's black and he goes, "Oh, it's a."
Oh, he doesn't even start with that. He just goes right to it.
Oh, right,
There-
right.
There's no lead up.
Yeah, no, Max is right. He just goes straight for it.
Oh, I love that one. That's a great
Sneaky.
one.
Sneaky. Ina is singing "Fly Me to the Moon."
Oh. Well, I'll have to watch the totally not archived version of it
Yeah.
later.
Yup.
She's really not a moaning person. Listen to her sip up her black brew old bean juice and groan to her life. Attempt to eat her own breakfast. And I watch the whole thing laughing in the back of my mind at her struggle to drag herself back to the land of living. Yeah, no. E-rank luck, get your heart out. First thing I feel is a cold breeze in my face. Second thing I feel is my clothes being real itchy and not keeping the cold out. Third thing I feel when I try to shift in my non-existent blanket is my hands are bound. I slowly open my eyes, careful to not give out no sudden movements, while simultaneously calling upon the mental blueprints of a couple of nameless swords and mystic codes in case things go foobar. It took a couple of half a second to sum up his current situation. The fuck?
Please tell me at least one of these reviews questions why everyone's suddenly fucking Southern.
Well, see, the other thing is I could have tried to go with a ghetto accent, but I'm not really good at that, and all my attempts at being ghetto
Yeah,
just turned
no.
into Southern.
Okay.
The way this is
Either
written is
ghetto
not
or
southern.
Southern.
No,
It
this
doesn't
isn't.
matter.
This isn't southern. This is inner city.
Yeah.
Either way,
Oh, fuck.
not Japanese.
I just looked at the reviews.
Oh no. What did the reviews say? You can't just say
This
that
is
and
how
then not tell
Shiro
us.
would. This is how Shiro would act if he knew everything we did. Love it.
Why is his first review in Spanish?
Ole!
There are always Spanish reviews.
It's all
Are there?
Spanish reviewers.
What the fuck?
I don't think I've ever had a Spanish reviewer.
Me neither.
That you haven't written
Well,
a real
you-
fan fiction story until you get a Spanish reviewer.
All right.
I'm
well,
fairly certain that's
show
not
us
how
how
that
then.
works.
Yeah.
I'm like 90% sure that's not how that works.
No, I just made it up.
Where's my go? Where?
I know you
Google,
made it
Where
up.
did your translate tool go? Google. God damn it.
Silo has spent Sandra genial. I'm gonna
What?
make an assumption here, and based on the last word, he thinks the story is genius.
If you do it right, it will turn out great.
Well, I left
You know what?
my review.
Close enough. Close enough.
Oh, you did not leave a review.
Oh, I totally
He did.
left a review.
Oh my god.
Oh God, why?
This is the first time in like a year that he's left a review.
I don't think it's the first time in a year.
No.
Mostly
he's left
because
more
2020 has
recently.
felt like 2 or 3.
That's fair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Survive the nuke. There we go. Yep. Survive the nuke. Like, wait. What?
Oh, thank fuck we're going.
All right,
to
what did we
something
get? Familiars of the. Why does this sound familiar?
Because it's about a familiar.
Yeah, it's a familiar Zero story. That's why it's familiar.
Probably because every 10th familiar Zero story calls themselves Familiars of the Void.
10th? That's I think you meant like 3rd.
That or I've run into this.
Naruto, Familiar of Zero. Gather around, children, and let me tell you a tale. Following Naruto's defeat of Pain, he is summoned to Tristane without warning by none other than the lovely Tiffania. New friends and old enemies surface as the factions of 3 worlds 3 worlds?
Oh god.
What? What's the third?
I don't think I want to know.
Oh, wait, does he mean Naruto's world, then Earth and Tristane?
It's
I
possible,
believe
yeah.
he's referring
Might
to.
be separate. Yeah, he might be differentiating. Because if he's being summoned by Stefania, that means that
It's possible, yeah.
Saito is still in the
I
ship.
forgot the little shit's name.
Damn.
Saito?
There it is.
Yeah.
That means he's actually here with Luis.
I don't know why, but the profile picture of this story really reminds me of Aura for some reason. I think it's because he has had like similar
He's
pics
had
before.
it, yeah, in the past, yeah.
Yeah. But
I
still,
think
like,
it's in
Aura,
reference to the individuals
you're at fault.
rather than the actual worlds. It's possible. And history takes a much stranger turn. In case you are curious, this is indeed a harem fic.
I would have guessed.
50k
Oh, this is-
words, 18 chapters,
It's
completed
published
story.
in 2011. So that means this is post-Pain Naruto.
Yes, that's what you said.
I do believe this is easy mode now.
Oh yeah, no, it literally says it. Following Naruto's defeat of Pain.
Oh, then yeah, this is easy mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything bad that happens should be wrapped up pretty much instantaneously.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because this is about the point where Naruto is starting to edge into throwing nukes around.
More or less. Yeah.
Nice. Of course.
Chapter 1.
He doesn't even need to throw
Destiny.
nukes. Literally, with the strength of literally just unaugmented shadow clones, could literally rule the world.
More or less, yeah. Naruto stared down at the defeated Deva path as Conan started wrapping him in layers of paper for transport, and ultimately burial in Amekaguraka no Sato. Naruto remained silent, for as he thought over all that had happened and what Pain and what Nagato had said to him before his death. "You're taking him too?" Naruto asked her. Conan nodded as she kept her eyes on the body. This Deva path was constructed from Yahiko's corpse. He was someone very special to us. Ah, so that's Yahiko. Naruto mused before turning his head towards the blue-haired woman. What about you? I don't want to think that you'd just returned to the Akutsuki. I'm through with the Akutsuki, Yahiko and Nagato were everything to me. Yahiko's dream and Nagato's dream. If they've entrusted their dreams to you, then you are their inheritor, and the only one capable of fulfilling their wishes. Nagato believed in you, so I will too, semicolon in dialogue. You have Am's support, Uzumaki Naruto. If I can find the answer, then it'll be up to you to do so. I will believe in you, Uzumaki Naruto. So one thing to mention is that Rain is pretty much the only reason why they're still independent is because of the Akutsuki, specifically Pain. So saying that, you know, Rain will support Naruto is like saying, I don't know, Max, name an outlying town near Georgia.
Omega.
Okay. It's like saying Omega is going to support Trump in his bid for a coup. It's like, wow.
Yeah, actually, that would be laughable. Omega is all of, like, I want to say 10 miles, maybe?
Exactly. That's kind of my point. Is literally, even in Naruto itself, they were like, yeah, the only reason why no one's taken this land is because A, no one wants it, and B, because Pain just murders everyone the second they enter the border. And it's like, okay, well, Pain's dead, which means the land's now up for taking, and Rain has got all of this fucking tech going, which all of the ninjas would probably want. And the only reason why we never paid attention to it again is because Conan basically blew the town off the map with her Gigabomb. What was it? Something like 1 million explosive tags that made up the ocean?
I feel like you're actually, like, lowballing that number.
It was something like...
Lowballing the amount of murder that happened.
It was something like, there is enough explosive tags in this ocean to explode for the next 15 minutes. It doesn't matter how many times you can turn intangible or how much chakra you have, you will die. Something along those lines.
Victory through overwhelming firepower.
Yes, effectively. And so I was both very impressed by her dedication to making that many explosive tags per day, making them water resistant, and then somehow making the ocean floor out of them.
Nice.
Truly an American.
But honestly, she pretty much blew the entire town off the map with that explosion.
US
so...
Army be like, oh, this town.
I still love that
no
statistic,
thanks.
by the way. The largest air
statistic?
force in the world is the U.S. Air Force. The second largest air force in the world is the U.S. Navy.
Yeah.
So, Sneaky, would you like the rough estimation that these subtitles have given me?
Okay, go ahead.
600 billion.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was lowballing it.
That's a lot.
Over a
God
period of
damn.
10 minutes.
Yeah, I made 600 billion to make sure you die.
And then it didn't even kill him.
Yeah, you know what that is? Dedication.
Yeah, that's pretty... And it was literally like, I have been making these explosive tags since the day we met you. For the sole purpose of killing you when your inevitable betrayal happened.
Curse you for your inevitable betrayal.
Curse you for your
Cheat.
unsurprising yet inevitable betrayal.
Yup.
The name, Naruto, and the guts to never give up. That's what Nagato and Ero Sennin gave me. I won't fail them, and I will not fail you, Naruto told her. Conan let small smile grace her features and handed him a paper flower. Then take these. I hope for you that these flowers of hope will never die. They're...
I'm gonna
They're
kill
made of
those
paper.
fucking flowers.
The
Call
flowers.
them
Press X to doubt.
The flowers are made of paper. I'm not quite sure how they're supposed to die.
Fire. And
You
lots
leave
of
them
it.
out in the to just fend for themselves in the elements.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Naruto
That's very
smiled as he
careful.
watched her disappear in a swirl of papers. Why are you using semicolons? After she had, I mean, it's proper usage of semicolons, but why are you using semicolons? After she had gone, he placed the flowers on the ground next to the center of the battlefield. It would remain there as a memorial to everyone that fell.
Okay, he's gonna let those flowers die to the wind and the
Whoops.
rain.
Fucking instantly, just like boom,
Unfortunate.
dead.
That is a Naruto move.
Wait,
Take this priceless vase and let it always represent the victory you will accomplish and have accomplished and will accomplish in the future. Oh, thanks for this great priceless vase. Fucking touchdown smash.
Just drops it off a cliff. Right.
Just
Cool.
fucking punts it.
Yeet.
to say drop kick.
Kobe.
Uh,
It works. Kobe died in a crash.
Oh my fucking god.
What?
Just what he said.
Oh, no. See, now you can yell Kobe regardless of whether you're accurate or not, because either you
Yeah.
get it into the basket or you hit the ground.
Exactly.
You're all fucking terrible.
Yes. Your point.
We have
Wasn't a
decided that
compliment.
Arn is actually Generation 2 of Fanfiction Contempt Theater. We're starting
Yeah.
up Generations. We're going to be the next VTubing agency.
Whenever Sneaky graduates, I'm gonna take over.
All I wanted to do was play video games. and now
soon
here
he'll
I am
return
running
to
a
playing
VTube
video games.
agency.
Whoops. Yago backstory. Leaked.
Yago just wanted to play video games, but no one would let him play video games, so he created a agency so little fucking anime avatars could fucking play in like the corner of the screen or something.
Yes.
Okay.
And it was glorious.
Yeah, Max?
I just knows when
He
you're
says it's
looking to
over.
make a joke. I think you need to spend longer than 2 seconds workshopping it.
Yeah.
I
Look,
think
I'm-
you need to take
I
5
think-
to 10
no,
seconds.
no, Max, I think he's got it backwards. I think he's got the whole process reversed. He spends about a minute telling the joke and 2 seconds thinking about it, when he should really be spending a minute to think about the joke and 2 seconds telling it.
Yeah,
Probably,
he's
yeah.
not workshopping it long enough. Like he needs to take like 5 to 10 seconds.
Activate the
least.
brain.
We need you to dig deep, find your brain cells, dig them out. Come on.
The brain cells
Okay.
are not in session. Please call again in about 12 minutes.
Oh.
I'm gonna check at 8 o'clock on the dot then.
He will.
Oh, he will.
I know you will.
Anyway, let's see.
Setting a
let's
timer,
see.
in fact.
No.
Why are you starting a
well,
fucking time?
The moment
Dedication.
she left, he stared down at the paper flowers that he had just spiked into the ground for what felt like an eternity before he turned away and just left them there and started walking in a general direction of the crater that used to be his home.
Fucking rude.
Take
Holy
these
shit.
as an ornament to your peaceful intentions. Oh, very cool. Drop.
Alright, I'm gonna head out now.
D&D party be like, oh, thank you for these flowers of peace. Forgets them.
Whoops.
I did forget those flowers last campaign.
Exactly. That wasn't a joke, that was a story.
Okay, I don't get this.
You don't get what?
For the heroes who have fallen,
Yeah.
weren't they all revived?
Yes.
Yes.
So,
They were dead for like
what is
2
the
episodes.
point?
It's tragic.
What is the point?
Actually,
Woman.
I'm trying to remember. Did Naruto know that they were revived? I don't
Oh,
remember
yeah,
Pain
no,
actually
straight shit. Naruto was like, fuck you, Pain, and Pain's like, wow, Naruto, your words have really touched me. I shall now sacrifice my life and bring back everyone that died. And Naruto was like, you would really do that? And he's like, yes, Naruto, I believe you in your dream of peace. And then he kills himself and resurrects everyone. And Naruto's like, yeah, everyone's alive. And we had no casualties.
Sure, it's a shame they couldn't have done that for Neji in the Fourth War.
Yeah, but Neji had to get fucking impaled by a plant. Like, I don't know, man.
Okay, but
Here's the question
Kinda
though.
sucks, bro.
Do you think Neji saw Destiny coming back? Is like, oh fuck, nah, I'm out.
No, see, Neji's
the real
dad
question
saw
is,
that the
was
only
Neji
way
worth reviving?
Neji is one of
that
the few characters
Do
worth
you
reviving.
think Neji's all-seeing eyes had a Xenoblade moment where he saw his death right before it happened?
Jesus, he might have actually.
the only way that Naruto and Hinata got together was for Neji to die, and he understood that, so he did it for the good of the clan.
True wing
There
man.
are too many
honestly.
Neji times Naruto shippers. I must get out of the way to perpetuate the clan.
Banzai.
The clan must have the greatest of genes.
Banzai.
Oh my god.
That guy's not like the plan.
I
Looked at him. And was just
I'm
like,
not
what the fuck are you doing?
comfortable with the fact that we just turned Neji into a eugenics believer.
Base.
That's
No,
kind of the opposite of Neji.
No, he was totally a genetics believer. No,
Eugenics.
He straight shit for the entirety of like the first half of the story. Neji was all your genetics and your destiny.
Yeah, I know, but the big turning point for him was like, I met someone who did not fit the mold, and he started changing as a result.
Okay, but
Yeah,
no, actually,
cringe.
no. Actually, if you really think about it, Naruto actually perfectly fits Neji's mold.
Oh yeah, later on, yes, because Kishimoto completely forgot the whole hard work thing.
I forgot what I was writing for my story.
No,
What was
no,
I
no,
writing?
No, it's not even
No one
that. It's
cared.
like even back in version one, season one? Question mark? Series one?
Part
Uh,
one.
Part one.
When the
Even
story
back
was
in
still
part
good.
one, the plan was still that Naruto's dad was the fourth Hokage and that his mom was the previous container. Like, that was always the plan. Like, he didn't make that up later.
Oh fuck, yeah, you're right. Naruto was literally granted, I think he was trying to go for like Naruto was handed power that he had to work hard to,
Master and
actually
Naruto.
master,
Yeah.
and then he sped that up way too quick, and it
No, I understand that, but what I'm saying is that Neji's opinion was that who you are born to and the power you're given at birth dictates your fate in life. And Naruto, even in part one, actually still perfectly fit that mold. It's just that everyone thought he didn't because they all still thought he was an orphan. But from a meta-knowledge perspective, he was the son of the fourth Hokage and a Bijou container with a Bijou inside him.
And the strongest Bijou.
Taught by one of the best Jonin. Like, Neji
I
was
cannot-
right. Neji did nothing wrong.
I cannot remember the first time I heard that. It was that long ago.
oh my god.
Neji was right.
You know what? That would have had that match would have had a lot more meaning behind it if it had somehow been Sakura.
Yes, yeah, it would have had
A lot of
far
make more sense if
allegory
Sakura was
if
in
it
any way
Sakura.
useful.
Well, no, here's the problem.
Unfortunately,
Kishimoto
Kishimoto made
was
every
like,
single
Naruto-
woman in existence.
Kishimoto was
Based.
like, Sakura is useless, and
Tsunade
she
is
doesn't get to
useless.
be
Ten
even
Ten is
remotely
useless.
approaching useful until she learns how to
Mari
be a
is
support.
useless.
Kishimoto hated Sakura more than fucking.
Literally every single female character was ultimately useless.
Yeah, he hated Sakura more than literally every single other female
I'm
character.
pretty sure he's on record as mentioning he's never been good at writing female characters. The
Okay,
only
well,
one-
hold on. There's a little bit of a difference between I'm not really good at writing women and literally every single woman having some sort of issue that prevents them from ever being useful.
Kishimoto hated more than Nomura hated.
More than I hate women. Based.
like Tsunade is somewhat like Tsunade is only really big drawback that we see. The
Okay, but
one time we see her being useless is because
like
her
think about this, right? Tsunade is super strong and powerful, and she's got her heritage and all of that fun stuff, but she's absolutely useless in combat when she needs to be, and when she isn't useless in combat anymore, she actually is still useless in combat because the male she's fighting is still stronger than her. So at no point in time does anything Tsunade do actually ever make a difference.
Actually, the first time we see her fighting Orochimaru, that's when we learn about her hemophobia.
Yeah.
Is it hemophobia?
Yeah,
it's
hemophobia.
Yeah. Where did that phobia go during the Fourth Ninja War when she was surrounded by Borg allies?
She got over it during that fight when Naruto died. Where she saw Naruto
I
die.
misheard that word.
I completely forgot about that part.
Yeah, no, there's an entire part where she's like,
she only got over it when a male main character died in front of her.
Damn. Woman.
I'm trying really hard now to figure out, are there...
No, there really aren't.
Tintin got bodied off screen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tamari just had a bad matchup, really.
Tamari went from could potentially be useful to oops, you could potentially be useful. Let me dumpster you.
Shit, no, not even that. It gets worse than that. Tamari got dabbed on by Shikamaru. Then, when she fought Sasuke, she got bodied by Gaara. Then...
Imagine getting bodied by Gaara.
Then...
Oh, yeah, because that's such a, like...
That's so hard to believe.
Yeah.
Then,
it's not like...
later on, the only scene where she does something useful is where she cuts a tree down and breaks another girl's spine.
Didn't she also summon something to do the work for her?
It was a weasel.
I was gonna say, summoning doesn't, like... Okay, hold on a second. Summoning...
I think Kushina might be the best female character in Naruto writing-wise, and even then, it's only because we don't see enough of her for him to ruin her yet.
We never see anything from her that she can be ruined with, yes. That is... By dint of being the 0 instead of the negative numbers, Kushina is best girl in Naruto.
Oh god.
Science right there.
Wait, what was the,
No, I'm sorry, I take it back. I think he did do the writing for the Road to... No, not Road to Ninja, but the Road to Ninja movie where they end up in an alternate universe where he becomes useless in a fight.
Yes.
And Minato has to take center stage. Oh, fuck.
Wait, what was the, what was the girl, Anko? Was Anko ever useful?
No, she did a suicide technique on a mud clone.
That's right.
Yeah,
and she got captured.
Then
She refused to revive her.
The Mizukage, Mei, she was okay, but I'm pretty sure there was some stupid shit they did with her in the Fourth War.
She never had a single scene where she actually made any impact in anything.
Like, I remember the first time we're introduced to her, you get... Right, it's like,
Conan! Conan made 6 billion bombs and still couldn't kill one guy!
In her defense, he was an Uchiha.
I don't care!
Billion bombs!
It's 600 billion, by the way.
Whatever.
Okay, Max.
600 million bombs!
No, that is a factor of 100. That's still massive. Oh, hey, Nose, are your brain cells active now?
Yeah.
My what now?
Are your brain cells
Are your brain cells active now? Are they awake?
Oh, yes, barely, maybe.
Okay, good. Tell us a joke.
Tell a joke. Yeah, come on.
Sakura's usefulness.
Okay, he's got us there.
Alright, fair enough.
But Max, here's the thing. I understand, you are correct, there's a factor of 100, but there's a certain point where but there's a certain point where past a certain number of like the amount, it doesn't matter how many bombs you have, right? If they can survive that many, the only answer is an exterminatus level of bombs.
Atin, it still matters. They are explosives. You will keep it accurate.
You're correct, but I'm just saying, past a certain point, if you couldn't kill him with 600 million, you probably can't kill him with 600 billion. You're probably going to have to just call your friends over in the Inquisition and be like, I need this planet removed.
Okay, look, what if the strategic value is absolute, though?
600 grenades at someone? 600. Just not even million. If I throw 600 grenades at someone and they still don't die, there is a larger problem going on than the fact that I have 600 grenades in the first place.
I'd just pull out more.
I mean, if you throw that many grenades and they don't die, I'm pretty sure you're dealing with a hive tyrant.
Yes, Conan did cost Obito an eye, which he got back, like, immediately, so it didn't really even matter.
Yeah, honestly, that particular fight just comes down to the fact that the Uchiha Sharingan bullshit is just that bullshit. Like, not much.
I also just realized
600 million based on how long she knew he could be intangible.
I just realized something. The Danzo versus Sasuke fight is literally the "how many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man" meme.
Yes, it is.
It is, yes.
Man, they could have done that so much.
Yeah, they could. Anyway, so back to the story that we were supposed to be reading, rather than talking about how Naruto canon completely sidelines every single female.
Do we have to go back to the story?
I mean, the story's not bad.
Naruto
It's just boring.
equals wasted.
Okay, yeah, right, it is boring. I'll skip through it. Alright, so anyway, so blah 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 blah. Naruto does some stuff. He's drinking, not drinking. I wish I was drinking. I should be drinking. He's thinking about some stuff, and he may not be the sharpest kunai in the pouch, but he has become an expert on human nature.
No, he hasn't.
One way to say it.
Since when has he become an expert?
But regardless, there was this whole business with the masked man his father had spoken of. Supposedly the man behind the Kyuubi attack, and most likely behind
the man behind the slaughter.
Shut the fuck up.
Considered if he wasn't a shinobi of Konoha, then the Akutsuki wouldn't have attacked, and he wouldn't have come so close to releasing the Kyuubi. Sometimes he thought that things would be better if he was never here at all. And then a magic circle popped up underneath him, was like slurp, slurp, slurp. And Naruto was like, wait, what? And then he was gone. Also, I kind of wish I had my web camera set up because I fucking hand motioned that entire...
You did like the wavy hands?
I did everything. I was fucking Italian with my hand movement.
Pizza de pasta. Wahoo!
Tristane Academy of Magic. Blah blah blah, Saito, blah 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 blah, from Earth. Blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah, canon stuff, blah blah blah, canon stuff, blah blah blah, canon stuff, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, canon stuff. Gucci, is that all you got? The knight named Gucci simply grinned back at him. My specialty is Earth magic. Blah 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 canon stuff. Kirchi, Tabitha, blah 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 blah. Margarita, Monomercy.
Macarena.
They're just playing this night game, yet they still dare call it practice. It looks fun, so it's okay. Well, here is a person who is unsatisfied. And then she looks at Luis, and Luis is like, what? Fuck you. I'm not blaming you. Saito is just busy with the Night Squad. I don't feel unsatisfied. I admit that we returned from the war safely with great difficulty, but we did not have time to talk properly. Blah, blah, blah. By virtue of where this story is starting, it's gotten farther than most fanfictions for Familiar Zero.
sadly.
Saito! Tifa! Saito! Silence. Why is it always Saito? It's painful, Tifa. I'm sorry. That's okay. Did you join the academy? Yes, it's because Saito. Don't worry, I made a promise, I'll protect you. What are you smiling for, you dog? If she's gonna learn magic, she should summon a familiar. Laying it on thick, aren't you? You're ruining the introduction. Summon a familiar. Yes, all nobles have one. Okay, well, I'll summon a familiar then, tomorrow. Alright, everyone, let's call it a day and summon a familiar tomorrow.
Damn, Sneaky.
What?
I just found a Cyberpunk 2077 fanfiction from 2013.
I see.
That's bold of them.
Yeah.
That's like putting all your eggs in one basket. Jeez.
Well, I mean, it's just a one-shot, 800 words, based on the teaser.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's not actually bad. It's just like kind of weird, bro.
Don't they feel embarrassed now?
Yeah.
Where are you going without my permission? I'm gonna go join the night squad. Yes, I'm gonna go practice now. Wait, I didn't finish yet. Why are you so angry? I'm not angry. Then why are you angry? Well, what do you want? I want you to join me once more, you slow dog. What? Come back earlier. Yeah, you have something to do? Yes, got it. Okay, I'll come back earlier. How's it going? She's about to ready to summon. Saito, you're ready, Tifa. My name is Tifa. Here before me, familiar. Is that supposed to happen? Not normally, no. I've seen it happen before, when Louise summoned me. Wait, you're not saying that she's a void mage? Oh my god, it's a human came through the portal. What the hell happened? He asked in Japanese. What the hell? He looked down at the pretty girl underneath him. Please don't hurt me. I don't know what I'm going. You speak Japanese? Saito asked. I wasn't kidding about the Japanese part. Japanese? Who are you? Where the hell am I? I'm Saito. It's kind of hard to explain where you are. Saito, can you understand him? Yes, he speaks Japanese. I can speak your language too. He spoke in French. Why does Naruto know Japanese and French?
What the fuck?
Omelette de fromage.
Hon.
I eat the baguette.
Ho ho, baguette! Ho ho!
Oh.
Snail baguette, snail! Ho ho!
Oh, surrender. Oh.
You know, I wonder how long it'll take for the French memes to go from Hon baguette to Allahu Akbar.
We're already there.
That's fair. Anyway, so my name is Uzumaki Naruto. Who the fuck summoned me? You know you're summoned? Yeah, well, I know how it feels like to be summoned. A little warning would have been nice. Well, you're on a different world now. Tifa is summoning a familiar. Huh, okay, so I'm not on my world now. Okay. Who the hell do you think I am? This world has 2 moons. Seriously? Yes. Well, okay, I believe you now.
What?
Okay, I believe you.
You could have just been genjutsu'd there, boy.
And Naruto was like, wow, I have a lot of thoughts swimming in my head. And he's like really sad that he was summoned to this world. Getting back was one thing, but what if he succeeded in getting back? But Naruto, if you know what summoning is like, and you're equating this summoning to the summoning that you do, getting back is super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Actually, yeah, he could just summon a toad up, explain the situation, and get reverse summoned back to his world.
Yeah.
Hey, Toadman, I need you to do me a solid.
It's like not even a if it was like it felt like summoning, but if it was something different, I would have been like, okay, that's fine. But no, it's like no, I know this feeling. This is what happens when I'm summoned. It's like, okay, which means that you can just summon your toads and leave. It's not a question of I need to figure out how to go back. It's I already know how to go back.
Alright, then fuck off then. Be gone.
Be gone.
You know,
thought.
it'd be better if he at least tried summoning and it failed or something like that.
That's typically actually how most people, I say people, what am I saying? How most fanfiction authors
Disgusting slime. Wretched creatures from the sewers.
Wretched creature from the sewers. How most fanfiction authors
Gutter
tend
slime.
to explain it away is that Naruto typically tries to summon and then finds out that he can't. Either he's too far away or the connection's too thin or he just doesn't have enough chakra to summon anything. And that's how they basically get rid of the summoning angle if they still want the powerful Naruto who can't get back. Anyway, so... Well, I have nowhere to be, actually, so sorry about knocking you down. I'll be your familiar now.
Yeah, well...
I understand what he's saying. I've got nothing back to go back to anyway.
Oh, this is a great part.
Nihilist?
What exactly is a familiar? Basically, it's a servant, but more akin to a partner. Well, I don't answer to anyone. No.
Okay.
You answer to the Hokage. You literally swore to answer to the Hokage.
You were it's very, very specific when they ask you to do that.
Yeah.
Wait, when Hokage canonically?
When's what canonically?
When does Naruto become the Hokage? Like canonically?
Well, way after this.
Way in the future.
Because I have no idea about the fucking time scale.
If they summoned Hokage Naruto, it's never mind easy mode.
Yeah, it's like
We're on game journalism difficulty.
Game journalism.
Wow.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Oh yes, movie mode, as I like to call it.
Does it come with 30 FPS for a more cinematic experience?
24 actually.
Ah, I see.
Cinematic experience.
A man of culture.
Of course.
Cinematic experience. Fuck off.
Fuck you, Ubisoft. No, you know that's what Ubisoft said, right?
That doesn't mean I don't hate it.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying that's what Ubisoft tried to explain away. They're like, oh, well, no, see, our games run at 30 FPS because it's a more cinematic experience. And it's like, that's just because your games won't run at 60. Fuck off. We all know the truth.
What do you expect?
That's fair.
I don't know why I expected quality, but here we are.
Well, yeah.
I expected nothing, and I was still let down.
I don't answer to anyone. Well, you won't answer to me, so I'm sorry about this, but I'll send you back. Well, I won't go back either.
Motherfucker, what do you want?
What?
You want to make up your mind there, Naruto?
I'll be your servant, but the moment I want to leave, I'm leaving. Being a familiar is a life commitment. Well, then I'll just kidnap her.
Okay, so he's a retarded tsundere.
Wait.
That's not how that works. That's not how that works.
Hang on a second here, y'all.
I'm like 90% sure that's not how that works.
It is now.
But it shouldn't be.
Kidnapping, the solution.
I've discovered the solution to my problems. What's the solution to your problems? Kidnapping. That shouldn't be how that works.
That is not the solution to your problem.
The solution is to replace your problems with even bigger problems.
Yes.
Like the police, for example.
I was going to say the Nazi Germany problem, but that's okay.
Right? It's like the theory of if your tooth hurts, go break your finger, right? Now your tooth doesn't hurt, or at least you're not thinking about how much your tooth hurts because your finger's broken.
Exactly.
Look, the last thing we need to do is get advice from the TF2 medic, okay?
As she pulled away, a surge of chakra coursed through his coils. That was not his own, and it wasn't the Kyuubi's. It was something else, and it bound his coils, and it traveled through them all in his mind, and he felt super dizzy, and he collapsed backwards as his eyes shifted from blue to gray. He got the Rinnegan by being kissed.
Gay.
Okay.
Someone who's this
I was
fucker.
expecting him to pass out, but where's his rune? Oh my god, it's on his eyes. He opened the blonde eyes and saw they were gray with
I'm sorry, the
circular
what?
lines. The
Oh,
blonde
they
eyes.
opened the eyes. I thought he had blonde eyes. I was like, what the hell is this?
I was gonna be like, what the fuck?
He's the ultimate Aryan. Even his eyes are blonde.
Mein Gott. He is going even further beyond. Wait, no, that was more French. Fuck.
That was
Yeah,
more
that was.
French.
I don't even know what kind of accent that
Further
was.
beyond, yeah. Even further beyond the limits of the German science.
Wait, why is the Pentagon getting involved?
I mean, are you saying the Pentagon isn't always involved?
Matters of national security.
Luis
you
is
very
a
much.
glow in the dark.
God
Wait,
fucking damn it.
She glows. We know.
Everyone knows. I must have read this story long ago because I don't recall this. Well,
Well,
You should count
maybe
yourself
you're just
incredibly
retarded.
fortunate.
yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Early onset Alzheimer's.
Was this a mistake?
Very nice.
No, this wasn't a mistake. Everything happens for a reason. Saito, you're fucking brainwashed. Luis is a void mage. So is Sheffield's
Random,
master,
too.
both of which have humans. Does that mean Tifa is a void mage too? Hello everyone, I'm finally back, and this is a new story. Be warned now that the pairings for both Naruto and Saito will have 3 girls each.
Ah, yes, you had to give both the retard and the literal break harms. Very cool. Like, bruh. Okay.
Yeah.
Question mark, question mark,
indeed.
question mark.
Question mark, indeed. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Okay, so that's going into the covered section, and we're moving on. Alright, so what haven't we covered today? We got familiar... Oh, of course, yes! Hollow Knight Ruby.
Oh.
If the small void child speaks, I'm going to fucking flip.
Nose hair does backflip.
Nose
Live
does
on
backflip. Of Grimm, Circus, and Roses. It is said that a falling kingdom is a lure to a flame. A flame is the lure to loyal servants. And the king of the servants follows a ritual, nurturing his prince with his own ashes. Ashes shed by the fiercest of dances. The dance is special, only performed alongside mightiest of warriors. The warrior of this kingdom soon to fall is chosen not by chance, but by their purity.
Oh, yeah.
Only one chapter was
Say
ever
hello.
posted back in November 2nd of 2019. Let us
Oh,
hope it
thank
stays
God.
that way.
Okay.
Our Father, Lord in heaven. I'm sorry, Max, but I couldn't stop myself.
Why?
Because it's him. Why are you expecting anything else?
Well, you know the saying, hope and pray. I thought I would start us off with the prayer. The ritual must go on. Burn the father, feed the child, corrupt the innocent.
Oh. Burn the father. Feed the child. Destroy the mother.
Far some time ago.
Oh,
Wait, what?
Wait, hold on a minute. What?
Far some time ago.
Well, I mean, far some.
What?
Good question.
There are words being written.
Those are definitely English letters and words, in fact. I'm not quite sure about their placement, though. In a land of 4 kingdoms, humanity fought tooth and nail for their survival against the threat from the darkness and the emotions it entailed. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
They were victorious.
Mm-hmm.
For as long as the stalemate...
What?
They were victorious for as long as the stalemate.
Fucking... Excuse me, what?
What? They
Nani?
found themselves in... would allow it. with the discovery of dust and aura giving them the edge to stem away the natural evil in the world.
That's some interesting wording.
So I took a look at his profile. He's apparently not an English speaker or native.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, I think we gathered that.
I
And instead,
picked up
just
on
look
that
at my
one real
nationality,
quick.
except you remove the flag, so we can't actually see. Really interesting tactic, but okay.
Interesting tactic indeed.
Weird flex, but all right.
Yeah. Tonight, the moon broken in innumerable pieces. No, we can count how many pieces the moon's actually broken into in Ruby.
About a few.
About
Not
350.
It's a few, and it's got it's like half a ring.
Yeah, it's like not many. It's like no, we can definitely count them.
It's really impressive, actually, that the moon has held that exact same orbit for thousands of years.
Look, the Dark God was really theatrical, so he wanted to make sure it stayed the same.
He cursed the moon to be haunted and never change.
No, you know what it is? He framed his temper tantrum.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it was. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Also, moon's haunted. We need a gun cock, please.
Moon's haunted. What?
Moon's haunted.
Grab scythe. Grab scythe sniper rifle. Moon's haunted.
Give me a fucking moment.
I'm actually this Christmas. I'm gonna go
Moon's
pick up
haunted.
my guns. Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna go pick up my guns from my father's, and I'm gonna be able to do the gun sound effects myself.
Ooh,
Finally.
taking my job. Fucking
Yes.
immigrant.
I even got a metal AK, so that's gonna be a nice.
Damn.
nice
Why
clap
did you
sound.
get a medal? Why?
Based?
Do you have to ask questions?
No.
Exactly. You don't. Shown by something long forgotten. Shown, I mean, at least got that part right. Shown gently through the clouds in the night sky upon a small figure of red fluttering cape in the middle of the forest. Why is the comma there?
Because the author is somewhat stupid.
Why wouldn't it be there?
Because red is a color and fluttering is an adjective. Adverb.
Yeah.
Adverb? Yes.
Adverb.
Yeah, we're pretty sure.
It's
Fucking
describing
adverbs.
the action.
So there wouldn't be a comma there because it's a red fluttering cape.
Normally, no, there wouldn't be.
Yeah, I mean it still works. Like
It's
It's
offensive,
just-
but it works.
yeah, it's grammatically not
It's actually
wrong.
not grammatically correct. The comma shouldn't be there.
Well,
Yeah, commas are
it
strong. They're not
sounds-
that strong.
in my brain it sounds fine.
Well, you're also
So-
working on Norwegian brain, which, as we all know, runs off of rotting salmon and pig guts.
Bruh. That's further north. Fuck you. Look,
Like
alright.
he always jumps to that. And I'm always like, I
Yeah.
know he's wrong. I think he's just doing this.
Look, alright.
He's doing it on purpose at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. Like, if you want to go for something closer, you could have gone for like the decapitated sheep's head or something. That's
Yes, a
somewhat closer.
cuisine classic of a
But still not
civilized
really
species
my area.
of people. The
Yes.
sheep head.
Yeah. It's a classic. Apparently pretty fucking good too. I say having never eaten it, and I won't ever eat it.
I mean, that's fair. I won't blame you for not eating sheep head.
Yeah.
But there's some
I don't know,
weird
pizza or
food in
something.
Central Europe and Northern
Uh,
Europe, and pretty much
and-
most of Europe.
Yeah, well, you guys have some weird shit too.
No, we don't.
Yeah, I can't come with any examples. Actually, wait. Yeah,
Exactly,
whatever
you
the
can't
fuck
come up
causes
with
as
any
cheese in your fucking stores,
Whoa.
Wait, I'm
hold-
sorry, what?
Hold up.
like Kraft cheese or whatever it's called.
Did you
Would
just diss mac and
everyone-
cheese?
Everyone knows that Kraft plastic is not cheese, okay?
Alright, yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah,
Kraft
mac and cheese is not actually mac and cheese.
Everyone knows that Kraft unlocked the secret recipe to making edible plastic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, if you try to burn it, it won't melt. It'll just, like, fucking get scorched. Like, black spots and shit.
Look, if there's nothing else to eat,
cheese.
Kraft mac and cheese is perfectly edible. It's just something you don't normally want to eat.
You couldn't fucking pay me to eat it, honestly. Actually, wait, maybe you could. Depends on how much you're paying.
I mean, really, all you gotta do to make it really edible is just sprinkle some bacon bits into it.
I mean, other question, where the fuck are you getting the bacon bits?
Yeah, and also
store?
Tell that to your fucking veins, dude. Cholesterol.
And see, that's why I ate fish. Okay, I'm counterbalancing it.
That doesn't counterbalance it.
Yes, it does. Are you retarded?
It's no
Wait,
sir.
why am I asking if no sir is retarded? That's my bad.
Yeah. Fairly obvious.
The owner of said cape was a little girl, no older than 5 years of age, who walked slowly with trembling steps as she kept whipping her head from side to side to try her best to not let anything surprise her. Man, I'm getting fucking neck pain just thinking about that.
Yeah.
In her attempt to remain vigilant, she was doing more harm than good as her nerves played with her senses. A snap of a twig here and there made her heart skip a beat. A fallen leaf on her head meant a startled flailing of arms. The crow of a bird froze her pace for a few seconds. But nothing was going to stop the young Ruby Rose. "Mom, where are you?" she called out, cupping her tiny hands around her mouth. "Dad and Sis are sad. Please come back," she continued. Every time she asked her dad about her, he and her sister kept telling her that Summer was gone. Her innocent mind interpreted that if she was gone, that meant she could come back. Right? I mean, that's fair enough.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
There was no way her family.
I mean, certainly
would lie
children
to her.
do think like that.
I'm actually impressed. The author might have zero
not
grasp on the English language, but they certainly have a grasp on basic child thought process, which, as we've seen from last session, some authors don't know what a child thinks.
I'd say, well, alright, fair enough. Some authors are children themselves.
Some authors are, in fact, the children they're writing about.
And some authors are man-children.
Some authors are 35-year-old men living with their parents, writing about a 9-year-old version of themselves having sex with 23-year-old women.
Gladwin. Yes. Good times. Actually, not really.
No,
Really not.
Gonna retract that statement.
Honestly, the only good moments with Cledwin was when I was abusing him.
Yeah.
And we're gonna put a stop to that train of thought, guys, because that will get us.
Good night, everybody.
What? No, it's okay. Cledwin doesn't have a YouTube or Twitch account. We're fine.
Yeah, well, if he did, well, who cares, honestly.
Anyway, so yeah, blah blah blah, crisis, blah blah blah, sounds, blah blah blah. Something else was aware of her presence. There were desperate cries for her mother, growls, blah blah blah, grim sense of negative emotion, blah blah blah, they're surrounding her. Ruby wanted to run, but she couldn't because she didn't know how, because she was frozen like a deer in headlights. Her only formulated thought was repeated to exhaustion: "I want to go home." And then the grim on the lead stopped, much to the girl's confusion, with its ears perked up. And then, They could all hear the melody of an accordion. Ah, yes, the menacing melody of an accordion in the distance.
Oh god, it's a
It could only be worse if it was a bagpipe.
Honestly,
Remind me of those.
in D&D, that's got to be like the most terrifying thing. Is like a bad guy is doing something evil, and then suddenly they just hear fucking bard music in the background. They're like, "Oh no!"
No, 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 no! I will not fuck the dragon.
They're here.
Menacing bardcore plays.
Knowingly.
Look, if you've ever seen a high-level bard, you know to fear that fucking accordion.
No, it reminds me of that clip from I think it's Mordhau or something. Bard playing the fucking Doom theme on a
Oh,
lute.
yes. I really gotta hand it to the developers. I really appreciate that they, in fact, encouraged people to use that program to play their instrument in the game. Because I know one developer, specifically the one behind Archage, banned people for using a external program to play music. On their
Cringe.
instruments. And it's just like, but why? All they're doing is playing music.
I was gonna say, like, that's the problem, right? There are some games where they're like, do whatever you want to play music. Some games like Final Fantasy XIV where they're like, we can't technically let you use an outside program to play licensed music in the square, but we can give you a program in the game to play music, and we can't stop you from playing whatever you want.
That's fair, yeah. But I still appreciate that the developers of that game even called out that program and were like, "Hey guys, if you want to play music in our game,
this is the program to do it with."
Here's the program. Like shit, they were just like, "Yeah, we love this."
Very good.
Very good. Then you have Nintendo. How dare you try and play a tournament of our game that was made in 2001? That's stealing from us.
Man, I got a lot of problems with Nintendo. Chief among them is that they seem to hate money.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like,
curious, isn't it?
Like, for instance, right now, I'm playing a bunch of Fire Emblem games through emulators because they won't put them on the frickin' shop.
Well, it's not only that. It's like literally they could just do like a you know, sort of semi like a Steam program, basically, right? Like, you know, like, hey guys, you know, here's the Pokemon engine, and like the top rated fan games will just onboard as in Nintendo endorsed, and then you can buy them, and the developer will get paid, and we'll get paid.
I mean, do you really want a horse armor situation again?
What do you mean?
But it wouldn't be horse armor, you idiot.
It would literally be a whole Pokemon game that Nintendo endorses, and then they don't have to pay so much money to keep making Pokemon games, but they're still getting a shit ton of money from people continuously buying fan-made Pokemon games. So they put in literally zero work and get shit tons of money, like Valve did, where they're like, hey, person that made a mod for our game, that was a really cool thing you did with our engine that we didn't know you could do. We're gonna pay you money, purchase your game, hire you into Steam, and then publish your game after we refine it with our developers, and then, you know, just give you profit. Now that you've made the whole game for us already, and now everyone gets money. It's like literally zero downsides. Also, Steam made like $135 million or something last year. Just off of Steam sale money. The profits they gained from just being a platform.
Profits they gain by sitting there and doing literally nothing.
But just
while
sitting
letting everyone...
there and not being a garbage company, they made $135 million.
No, hold on a minute. They're definitely a garbage company.
Sitting there and not starting a fucking tournament, even though so many other companies did.
They didn't participate in the shit company tournament. Okay, we'll put it that. Does that satisfy you, Atin?
Yeah.
They didn't join the shit company tournament.
Yeah. Oh wait, Takamori time.
But anyway, so yeah, this is boring ass shit. What do you mean Takamori time?
A Way Out Part 2.
Oh, right.
We don't talk about A Way Out.
Well, now we're gonna do it. Fuck you.
So anyway, yeah, Ruby stuff. It's
Wait, what's wrong with the way out?
boring as
I
shit. Ruby's scared. Grimm are gonna kill him. The Bard theme plays. All the Grimm say, "Why are we hearing boss music?" And then Ruby felt oddly safe in that moment. Blah 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 blah. Thunderous rumbling, earthquake. The trees before her exploded. Two strange Grimm ran through them. They were giant bug-like creatures. And then they started slaughtering all of the other Grimm. And the wagons they were pulling were really big too. And she's like, "Hello, is anyone in these wagons that are being pulled by Grimm?" And then the music stopped, and the wagon swayed, and then someone exited the wagon, and they looked like a Grimm, and they're like, "Hello, Babella Ganau," the language she didn't recognize. Maybe her dad knew, but she didn't. "Babella Ganau, please don't hurt me. Babella Gadundala."
Okay,
And
look,
she
all I can
struggled in his
hear is the
grasp.
fucking I just keep hearing bippity boppity boo whenever you speak.
Bippity boppity boo, we're sacrificing this child too. She tried to
Indeed.
struggle in his grasp as he kidnapped her. And the Bugman didn't acknowledge that she was screaming. And then he dragged rough burlap over her head. Fucking.
The fuck is going on?
Fucking. Imagine, like, you're being mugged, and then a car comes out of nowhere and hits your mugger, and the person comes out screaming at you in French, and then puts a burlap sack over your head and pulls you into the car.
Listen, if that happened, I would just be like, nope, I give up. I
Am
don't
I
know what's
being
going on here, but I give up.
rescued? Am I being kidnapped? What's even happening at this point?
Confusion continues.
Confusion intensifies. Ruby felt how cold the air was. It was asphyxiating her. Yes, the 5-year-old Ruby knows what asphyxiation is. And then she felt a pressure on her head, and she felt her brain pulsing, and she cried red tears. The child is here just in time, called to fulfill her duty to the flame. Place her down, let her see, let her listen. She must know the role of the future of the ritual and the fate of the world. I want my mommy. Stand, child of argent gaze, show yourself to the crowd and let them bask in your glory. She obeyed. After all, she didn't have any grounds to object to the man's demands. This is a very wordy child. Who is this sassy lost child? You know, for a 5-year-old, she's using some pretty big fucking words, you know? If this is supposed to be from her perspective or something. I don't know. Is it? It's like third person omnipotent, but at the same time, it's like focusing on Ruby. So anyway, so she stands up and she looks at the dark forest and she found herself in a ring. Bugman was nowhere in sight. Lanky vampire. He bowed at a 90-degree angle. My apologies for kidnapping you. Rum is not articulate. I myself made him regret his treachery to the flame. He won't bother us anymore. Where are my manners? I am Grimm, master of the truth. Your name, Little Rose. You know my name. Yes, indeed, I know your name, but you have not greeted me. I'm Ruby Rose. How do you know my name? Sit down. I will tell you the story predating the beginning of your entire species. Grum, go fetch Divine. Tell her to bring a gift. Grimm, I know who you are. I know your mother. I know your bloodline. I know everything your ancestors fought and died for. Your eyes mark you as a proper cradle to my successor. What are you talking about? Do you want to hear a story? I'll give you a gift. Oh, okay. I was born in Hollow Nest, blah 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 blah. My predecessor gave Vessel the Knight a gift to help the journey. A gift like the one you're giving me now. The Knight was stuck in a similar position to you. You'll face many foes too strong for you. Your fierce dance and song of battle should provide good nourishment to the next of kin. A bird told me about your desire to help others, but are you aware of the danger? I want to be a huntress like my mom. My sister wants to fight monsters, and I want to be there with her. Actually, no, Ruby doesn't want to be there with her. Ruby wants to be a huntress because she wants to know why her mother died.
Damn.
Why did my mom die? Was it in this incredibly dangerous career path?
No, she wants to know why her mom chose to die over spending time with her family.
Yeah, I brought this up with Sneaky. The
sometimes
lyrics to her
sometimes.
songs are literally that. Don't know why Rooster Teeth dropped that particular subplot.
It's
because they forgot about it. That's why.
It's literally a Shiro situation, and I mean, considering
People
it
die
is
when they are
Monty we're
killed.
talking about here, it's literally a Shiro-inspired situation, where the daughter picks up the parent's dream, not really knowing the motivation behind the dream, just knowing they're trying to figure out why they felt that way they did, and that was their goal, to carry on the dream of the parent, while they tried to figure out why the parent had the dream in the first place.
Ah, yes. Genius.
I
Carry
would
on
say,
my
if
dream.
that was the case, Ruby
What
should
dream?
be a hell of a
Oh.
lot more nihilistic.
Yeah, pretty much. And then then Monty. I'm assuming that Miles and Carrie just didn't listen to any of the songs that were written for the characters.
Why would they?
People listening in Rooster Teeth?
No.
I know it's a wild idea to actually listen to the character development for the character you're supposed to be writing for. It's a very lesser known fact these days that you're actually supposed to write characters in a coherent, consistent fashion.
Bro.
I know I'm talking some really high level stuff here. It's really difficult to follow. I just want you all to try though.
The most of the vocal songs up to Volume 4 in Ruby tell a much better story than what the show accomplishes.
Except for Blake.
Except Blake. Blake continues to be a nothing thing.
All of Blake's songs are completely fucking pointless, just like she is.
I am terrorist.
I
very
could-
sad. Very sad.
You could literally replace Blake with blank airtime, and the story wouldn't change.
No,
Blake
it really
is just a
wouldn't.
furry
No.
terrorist. Changed my mind.
No, it really wouldn't. Like, literally every situation has Blake as a motivational impetus to whatever's going on. You can literally swap it with just random generic person. Like, fucking, Weiss being like, oh man, these fucking racists, these fucking faunists always committing crime despite being only 5% of the population.
Imagine that.
The faunists are not always criminals. It's a stowaway faunus. God damn it.
I actually liked that. I liked every moment with Sun was great because whoever was writing Sun's comedic moments actually was capable of writing
Understood comedy.
Yeah. Faunus aren't all criminals. Catch that criminal faunus! Okay, well, so he's stowed away on a ship. He's not that much of a criminal. He also stole all this food.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure all they had to do was just look at Sun Wukong's character and go, yeah, pretty much that.
I mean, that's literally what they did, so.
Yeah, I'm saying don't praise Rooster Teeth for writing a character that was already written, like, I don't even know, how many years ago?
Okay, I'm gonna list off a bunch of things, and I want you to tell me how close Rooster Teeth was able to write those. So, first off, we have Wizard of Oz. They failed at writing that. They failed at writing Good Witch. They failed at writing Cinderella. They failed at writing Hansel and Gretel. They failed at writing The Brothers Grimm, which, by the way, I just had a revelation like yesterday, not like last night. I shit you not. I finally realized why they had twin gods. The Brothers Grimm.
Wow.
How did it take you this long to realize that?
It was No, hang on. We literally talked about how that was literally the Brothers Grimm when we watched it.
Yeah.
I know you were drunk.
I was fucking plastered, okay?
Pass is required.
I
Anesthetics required, and it's
remember
required.
nearly nothing from watching all of RWBY. Like, I only remember, like, Ren used his power on the train, and that worked. Ruby turned Weiss into flower petals somehow, and that worked.
But then didn't know that she could do that.
Yeah, and then the train exploded, I think.
Which time?
Yeah, there were 2 or 3 times the train exploded.
Oh.
Which may be why he remembered it.
I don't remember it happening.
I'm
more
sorry,
than
you
once.
did what to the train? I just blew it up once. Why is that what?
And then we got that pointless backstory where Salem is actually the victim character and Ozpin's the villain.
Oh yeah, also Salem is just Rapunzel.
Oh yeah,
wait.
right, Rapunzel. Yeah.
Wait, no, Ozpin wasn't the villain.
Ozpin's clearly the villain.
Yeah, just like Dumbledore is also the villain.
When in the flashback to what Ozpin was hiding?
I think so, yeah.
No, he wasn't the villain there.
I don't know, I'm pretty sure killing all of your children was definitely villainous behavior.
I'm pretty sure he didn't kill all of his children.
Do that.
Just
Well,
most.
Salem started a fight because he tried to sneak them out of the mansion, and the ensuing fight killed them. So technically, it's 50-50.
Salem started a fight because he tried kidnapping the children.
Yeah.
Mostly because she went kill crazy and was just like, why don't we just start killing all the
kill
humans?
crazy though. She was literally like Ozpin. We should rule over the humans because we have magic and we're stronger. And eventually we can just keep having kids and we'll replace all the humans. Like she wasn't even saying genocide. She was just like,
I don't think at any point she said she wanted to destroy them wholesale. Just I want to rule over them as.
And Ozpin's reaction to we have more power than them, so we should rule over them was, well, even though we do currently rule over them, and we are currently using our power to do so, and they did currently build us a giant mansion for this whole thing, I'm going to randomly disagree with you, kidnap our children, and then start shooting death beams at you.
Do you do?
Yeah, I was actually on board with Sneaky in that one. I was like, no. Listen. Right. I'm sure it was becoming more and more clear to Ozpin over time that she was not stable.
Like, do I agree that she wasn't stable? Yes. But as a person who is supposedly very smart, the reaction to this person isn't stable, so I should clearly do the one thing that will set her off?
Ingenious.
Fucking
What could
brilliant.
possibly go wrong?
Again, I'm not saying Ozpin isn't stupid. Just that the take the children had less to do with I object to us ruling the humans and more of a she has really gone off the deep end and I should not let her.
Like, there was so many better ways to do it. Just be like, yo, I want to take the kids out fishing, and she'll be like, oh man, fishing is boring. I'll make some food for you guys when we come back. And then they just don't come back.
I'm sorry, I'm just imagining the more modernized version of that. I'm gonna take the kids to go get some milk.
I'm gonna go grab a pack of cigarettes with the kids, honey. Okay.
It's been 84 years.
It's been 84 years and he hasn't returned. How far away is the cigarettes? Wait, what's a cigarette?
What the fuck is a Sonic?
How do you like that, Obama? I pissed on the moon.
Why is that still so funny?
Because it's great.
So fucking amazing.
Count how many
Welcome to make
grains
an
of sand are in
announcement.
the desert. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god, I can't believe you would do this. 5, 6.
Oh god, now I'm remembering that fucking desert map from Sonic Adventure 2 and how fucking cancer it is without the jetpack.
So anyway, yeah, the knight, blah blah blah, little bird, blah blah blah. No need to persuade you, blah blah blah. You must kill Grim, blah blah blah. Blight on my world, blah blah blah. Pretty little thing, is she special? She's special. Do you have the gift? I'll miss this treasure. Does she really need it? What is it? And then they gave her a shiny badge. It has a simple design, white mask with black lines, with a red background. This is a charm. It's an artifact made with magic of an ancient world. It will never leave your side, and it will learn from your world. The Grim Child has been bestowed upon you and loan. You and loan. Put the badge on. So she took the badge and put it on. The mentions of magic and gifts made her calm down. I don't know. Okay, look, so if I was 5 years old, I think if I was kidnapped after being attacked by a bunch of people, well, creatures in this instance, so a bunch of bears are attacking me, and then some guy who doesn't speak to me crashes through the forest, kills the bears, puts a burlap sack over my head, and then brings me to this large vampire-looking dude who's like, "You are the chosen one, we're gonna give you a gift! It has magic!" I'm pretty sure I would be freaking the fuck out still.
Yeah, I would definitely still be nervous.
Yeah, I would just be like, I don't know what's going on.
I don't think those are edible shrooms.
Mom, come pick me up, I'm scared.
Mom.
Those were some magical mushrooms.
I actually have a funny story because I'm just going to continue ignoring this one. So I actually I was actually brought to an amusement park by my mother one time with my little sister, my father, and whatnot. So we went to this amusement park and I got separated from my mother, and I was like maybe 8 or so. And me, being the massive brain I am, was like, all right, well, I can't find my mother, so I'm going to go over to the service desk and ask to be put with the lost children and just wait for my mom to pick me up.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom took a whole fucking hour to do it because she was searching around the entire amusement park instead of checking the lost children area first.
Of course.
Excellent.
And so she shows up and she finally comes to pick me up, and they're like, yeah, he's been here for an hour. He checked himself in.
You got a smart kid.
And she's just like, why? Now installing weed. Processing. Holy shit.
Oh my god, it's full of stars.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no, good times. I've had interesting times at amusement parks. Like the time someone thought I was a employee for some reason. I don't know why. So my outfit at the moment was Oakley sunglasses, a red bandana being worn over my hair, like I did in college, a white Oakley short sleeve jacket, black shirt, cargo army shorts, and my hiking boots. Right. So very clearly not an employee at the amusement park. And someone comes up to me like, yo, how much for the ride? Because I'm standing right next to a amusement park ride. And I'm like, I look over at the thing, $3. They're like, oh, all right. Well, can you tell me how much is on my card? I'm like, no, but the machine's right over there. It was like 5 feet away from me, the machine that tells you how much is on your card. I'm like, oh, the machine's right over there. He's like, yeah, but like, when you scan it, can you tell me how much is on my card? I'm like, I don't have a scanner. You have to check it with the machine over there. do you know
I,
when the
I gotta
ride's
bounce.
gonna be
I'll talk to you guys
over?
later.
I'm like, well, it's, it just started, so probably another 5 to 10 minutes. I'm like, oh, okay. So can you, like, scan it in the meantime? I'm like, I don't know why you're asking me to scan this. The machine's over there. So one of his friends is like, wait, do you work here? I'm like, no, I don't work here. They're like, oh, sorry.
Protagonist or
It's like, why the fuck did you think I worked here? Like, I wasn't like standing next to the controls. I was, on a phone, not looking anything like an employee, looking a lot more like some fucking random thug than an actual employee. And he's just like, yo, hey, can I give you my credit card so you can check how much money's on it? I'm like, what?
That's
yeah. I was gonna say, like, at first when he said how much for the ride, I thought you were gonna take that in a very different direction.
No.
Yes.
But anyway, so yeah, Ruby is totally chill with the fact that there's a bunch of grim-like people around her talking about magic and gifts. And she's like, oh, I don't have a pin on this. How do I put it on? And the Divine's like, oh man, you don't know, do you? Haha. They don't have pins. Just, put it on yourself.
What?
Like aura? Yeah, just put it on your aura. Soul salvation.
Yeah,
Has your soul been unshackled? No, my uncle said he would do it in a couple years. Wasn't her soul unshackled really fucking early?
Yeah, as far as I know.
presumably that would happen probably when they're 7 or 8. That would seem like the time you'd want to start training a kid for this stuff.
That's fair enough.
I'm
No,
not
let's be
sure.
clear. Training a child soldier.
Indeed. Bug Lady was like, oh, that won't do. We have to unlock her soul to perpetuate the sacred flame. And so they poked her, and her soul became unlocked. And she's like, wow, my aura's unlocked. And she's like, yep, okay, your soul is now free and ready for the flame. And then she placed the charm on Ruby's chest. And she's like, oh, what's that supposed to do? And then she's like, oh my god, ow, this hurts, what's going on? The Grim Child is bonding to your heart. He will guide you to the flames around the world. When the time comes, you will come back and the cycle will begin anew. And then the pain faded, leaving a cold, hollow feeling where her heart once was, like something was siphoning something out of her body. It hurts, she whimpered. Don't worry, it'll pass. It gets easier when you don't fight it. Ruby didn't know how one was supposed to fight the feeling. It soon subsided. Ruby was left panting and shivering. She wasn't a matter in experts of aura and what that implied. Like, she wasn't, like, this is really mature thought from a fucking 5-year-old who is scared and wants her mommy.
Yeah.
She didn't have knowledge about aura, faint clamor, buzzing ears. The charm has done its work, you may rise. Ruby swayed, and then when suddenly she came to her senses, she could hear, feel new presences around her. Disproportionately big, gentle snoring, black gossamer blanket of wings. The head of the thing was very similar to a Grim. If Ruby wasn't so terrified of the prospect of having a piece of her soul fueling the creature, she would have considered it cute. The new vessel is born, a loyal companion for you. Is it like my dog's way? No, it's not a pet. It won't need food or training, if that's what you mean. You will learn what it needs in time, and you have a long time to do things together. Is it mine? Can I name it? Another nod. I will name you Crimson Rose, then. Crimson unfurled its wings, and much to Ruby's surprise, squeaked. The newborn vessel landed on top of her head and fell asleep again. It was very light. I have a question. Why me and not Mom? Your mom is dead. The fall of kingdoms draw near, and your mother will not witness it. But we will, which is why we brought you here. Everyone's in danger. The flames of dying kingdoms guide us to the next successor. We are here because everyone's gonna die. This is why we gave you the gift, so you can feed the flames and help us defeat blah blah blah.
Okay.
The rock was heavy, really heavy for her tiny hands. She couldn't appreciate the small imperfections. Thank you for the rock. It's a pale one. It's pale ore, a very fine pale ore. What is painter without a brush, a smith without a tool, a warrior without a weapon? Make a weapon out of this ore, and you will have a good weapon. Nothing else can match it. Now, time is over. A portal opened up. Leave. We'll meet again. Yes, we'll meet again. Okay, I'm leaving now. And then another person showed up. And she's like,
Oh
my
my
part is
God.
done. I brought you the kid. Now do what you promised of me. Very bold of you to demand things of me, but I keep my word. Nightmares of her departure will no longer hound your mate nor your spawn. It's Raven. Raven opened up the red portal.
Yeah.
Finally, I'm ashamed I had to go to these lengths to cover for their weaknesses. Also, I erased the potato incident. Consider it a token of good faith. Okay. I'll take my leave. Oh wait, didn't Raven leave before Ruby was born?
As far as I know, yeah.
So how would Raven have had a potato incident in Ruby's memory?
Skill?
Fair.
Are we sure it's supposed to be Raven?
Oh no, it's Raven. She opened up a red portal, and through her service, Tai Yang and Yang will not have nightmares about Summer Rose dying.
Raven would probably be peripherally aware of Ruby, but
no, she would obviously be aware of Ruby, but I'm saying
I don't think when she would have interacted at all.
Yeah, no, Raven wouldn't have been around by the time Ruby was born.
No, that's kind of the point behind why Ruby was
it's
born.
literally the point of why Ruby was born.
Oh boy.
Have you made up your mind? Will you work for us? No, I'll never join you. I've had my share of ancient beings fighting over a remnant. I don't need any more. I cannot be at peace knowing my daughter wants to go on the fairy same place that fell apart. She will face worse. Blah blah blah. Dark lady. Blah blah blah. Pilgrimage. Blah blah blah. Feed the flame. All the self-proclaimed gods will die and feed the flame. They are all jesters in our war.
All I'm saying is these guys clearly, Remnant clearly needs some good old-fashioned JRPG deicide.
All I'm saying is someone better call the Doomslayer.
Yeah, I mean, Doomslayer, as you say, Doomslayer...
It's actually a really good story, by the way, Remnant in Furnace.
Is it just...
Doomslayer ends up on Remnant, yeah.
I see.
And also the demons do as well. And
no.
Shit gets bad really fucking quick.
Yeah.
See, that's where it's like, okay, good news. The Grimm are no longer a problem. What's the bad news? Demons.
The last time I read the story, which was a while back because I'm letting chapters build up, the last time I read the story, it ended with an Atlas cruiser crashing into hell.
I see.
Nice.
Do you think Atlas is going to try and make use of that new energy source?
Yes, that's why the Atlas cruiser is crashing into hell. It's because they tried to make use of the energy source.
Don't worry, guys. We can totally do it. It's fine.
And the Atlas troopers fared about as well as the UDC or whatever they're called. UDF.
Okay, what was
whatever
called?
they are.
Remnant and
Furnace, yeah. And it has a lot of fucking murder in it, and Doomslayer brutally killing people and demons. So I liked it a lot. It was really
neat.
Yep. I think he's a good author. I like the story. Team Ruby gets a rude awakening. It's really good. So anyway, monologue. Raven nods. Yeah, so literally, it just says Raven. Yeah, it's Raven. Summer would skin me alive if she found out what you're doing. Do not attempt to stop the ritual. We will. I was merciful to let you live through your betrayal. Do not let my mercy go to waste. Baba Gundala, he says. Are we gonna look over the girl? No, we won't interfere. She will grow and flourish on her own. So anyway, Raven deposits the girl. Squander the power. Blah blah blah. Raven, the bugs are gone. I was uncertain if they'd come back. They won't. I gave them what they wanted. We'll now be left alone. Vernal, spread the word. We're leaving. We're going to Mistral and as far away from here as possible. 15 years later!
Oh my god, why are we not done yet?
It's a long chapter.
An AK word chapter. Ruby Rose, 15 years of age, already in. Wow, we're just gonna skip fucking right to this. Okay, so Ruby Rose, 15 years of age, leader of Ruby, liver-eyed huntress.
Liver-eyed?
Yeah, liver-eyed.
That was supposed to be silver, and the spell checker just had a heart attack.
The liver-eyed huntress. That's a fucking mental image.
Oh, I don't need that.
Liver paste, nice.
Ruby, are you okay? Why do you ask? 2 fucking livers are flopping out of her eye sockets.
At least, she can see the alcohol or something, I don't know.
She has extra regeneration powers.
Yes, exactly.
Groaned at the content printed on a flyer stuck to a post in middle of Vale. She and her team decided to blah blah blah, team exercises, blah blah blah. Yang Weiss Blake, blah blah blah, spoiled from having her birthday shit the same day as Halloween, blah blah blah, gorge herself day on Chandy, blah blah blah. What gives rubies? Circus is coming to the city. Doesn't sound so bad. She doesn't like circuses. She hates clowns and accordions. I mean, that's fair.
Wow.
Anyway, Blake, tell Yang she's committing treason, mutiny. Sure, whatever. Behave, Yang. Is that so? Common phobia, nothing to be ashamed of. Not afraid of them. I just don't trust them, and everyone knows accordions are bad instruments. Yeah, right. Blah blah blah. Fine if I win. You have to give me compensation for your betrayal. Do we have a say on this? No. Might as well tag along, otherwise they're not going to shut up. What's the name of the circus? The Grim Troop. What's a strange name? They could have had a Trojan name more approachable. What better place for a group of huntresses to go? Ruby, for her part, was busy racking her brain to stop her sister. She remembered the Grim Troop, and she didn't like the Grim Troop. It was too lucid of a nightmare. The gifts from the Grim were still in her possession. Even now, Crimson, bless his little whatever it had for a heart, followed her everywhere unseen. Oh yeah, okay, so apparently the author is going with Ruby had these powers 10 years ago and hasn't used them up until this point.
Okay. That...
Basically, the author is trying to say that literally nothing about canon has changed at all, despite the fact that Ruby has a Grim Moth in her heart.
Of course.
And apparently she has liver for eyes. Do you think liver eyes cry blood?
Sneaky, I think they cry a lot of things. Mostly, why? Why, God, why?
Do you think they cry blood or liver bile?
Probably bile.
Depends on how much
Toxins.
alcohol you've had that day.
I suppose so. The pale ore that Grim gifted her was used to make her baby Crescent Rose. She could swear the edge of her scythe never dulled or chipped.
And Crow somehow never noticed this?
Well, not only that, I think the biggest problem is that Ruby literally made the blades of her scythe replaceable because that was part of the scythe design.
I have no idea where you got that from.
Well, they're fucking segmented parts.
Yeah, that's for the transformation fold-up function.
I'm aware of that, but also at the same time, we also clearly see them chipping and breaking and cracking. And then, obviously, in the next scene being forgotten completely and her sword's totally fine now. But
I don't recall a single time those were ever chipped or cracked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were.
I don't-
No, there was a
When?
single scene. I think it was the mecha fight.
No, that
Yeah,
never
no,
happened.
her fucking scythe was definitely chipped.
Hang on. The first mecha fight back in Volume 2, or the second one where Atin and I were throwing a hissy fit at the shitty design?
The second one.
Okay. I still
Then
don't
I
think
Finn
they're
don't give a
cracking,
shit.
but thanks for reminding me about that piece of fucking shit.
Yeah, no problem.
That thing exists and it
Also,
makes me
remember, we have to use the force to guide the bullet down the rocket launcher container.
Honestly, Luke Skywalker Goes to Remnant would make a much better story.
It kind of would, actually.
Oh, by the way, let's be clear here. If we're gonna put Luke Skywalker there, clearly we should just go all out. Just make it Grandmaster Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, of course, obviously. Yeah, no, old man Luke Skywalker shows up, kicks ass, wins day, moves on.
So I hear you got a Grim problem.
Delete it.
So it's like, find
Okay.
Salem. Salem, come on. You don't want to be evil. I guess I don't want to be evil. Now throw yourself down the reactor shaft.
I
Fine.
don't think Salem's that weak, unfortunately. Can there be the crackfic version of that where it's the Luke from Disney's shitty trilogy? It's like, finally, a place where no one will bother me moves in next to Salem's castle.
Oh.
Sir, you can't.
You can't live. What? Yeah, I can. Look, I already got my blue milk machine set up.
My blue milk. Wait, where did you find that? What is that?
What is that creature?
Why are you putting your mouth directly on it? Oh God. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go, sir.
That is. There's like 8 levels of disturbing to that creature.
Sir, this is not a Wendy's. Please leave.
Sir, this is the castle, not a Wendy's.
Tyrion just looks at him. Look, I know I'm crazy.
Anyway,
I'm staying away from that. I'm
her
not
dad
fighting
and
that.
uncle appeared to suspect her from lying of having mineral trip, found forest, grounded month, blah blah blah. Showing she had aura unlocked of it because of that day, extended her sentence, blah blah blah. Something wrong, you're quiet, no it's nothing, blah blah blah. How strange, better no, expect a large crowd. Bad horror movie plot, Yang, let me go, I'm scared, that's a spirit, let's go, blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah, candy shop, blah blah blah, Ruby turned and left, blah blah blah, time to kill.
Yo, Sneaky. You remember on In a Way Out, when Gura spent forever trying to catch the fish?
Yeah.
Well, Callie's
let me take
doing
a
the
wild
same thing.
guess and say neither of them can.
Actually, no, wait, no, Callie managed it first try, and Kiara spent like 5 minutes already. Trying.
Excellent, good, yes. Of course, Callie gets it first try.
I do appreciate that it's catch one fish each, so someone in there is fucking terrible at video games.
No, because you have to be 2 people to kite the fish together, enough for them to actually stab it. You can't do it alone. So another person just like watches from the campfire
and laughs.
Yes, exactly. Good times.
So anyway, Headmaster Ozpin paid her a bunch of money to come 2 years early. A weight fell on her head and a squeaky whine. Of course, Crimson, we can go see the pet shop for a new toy for Ewan's Way. The grim child let out a happy cry and flew away. In all the years since she acquired it, she hadn't found anything resembling a flame or the end of the world. The vampire bug told her she was going to face him once she found them, and she remembered it that way, and there was no way for him to show up yet. However, that didn't mean she was eager to go to that circus because of Yang. For it was true, she didn't like going there from the whole ordeal of the Grim. That night was firmly branded into her mind. But not everything was somber. She was happy to see not everyone thought her friend was imaginary. Her dog was the exception to the rule, and they developed a quick friendship. Okay, she literally summons a creature and everyone's telling her it doesn't exist. That's a bit weird. Pet shop, Blake always ranting about Zwei. Blah blah blah. Well, how can you ever rant about a corgi? They are precious and adorable and loafs, and you should hug them and love them.
Because Rooster Teeth like to perpetuate racial stereotypes in Ruby.
Based. Hello.
You are
based?
wrong. That was probably the funniest shit ever.
That's racist. Yang immediately
Very
does
nice.
typical shit.
It's oh my god, she gets obnoxious about fish and she hates dogs. It's literally that fucking meme where it's the black person saying that's racist as they proceed to eat fried chicken and a watermelon.
Yeah,
You know the meme I'm talking about?
I know it.
Yeah, you know it. I know you know it. But still,
Of course I know it.
it's literally that meme. Blake is just a fucking walking meme. That's racist. We're not all like that, she says, proceeding to act exactly like an animal, hissing at a dog, eating fish, and...
Wow.
Are we fucking... Oh my god. Can this please fucking end?
Okay, yeah, so, anyway, so they get ready to go to the circus. And she texts, Good Witch. She hit the send button. All she could do now was wait and see if the professor didn't mind their outing. Invisible companion, sleeping and cooing at the stranger that was petting it. Weiss, you're seeing the same thing I am, aren't you? Ruby, it's rude to stare. Suddenly her dislike for the circus didn't seem unfounded anymore. I really don't understand what that scene's supposed to be. The potato incident in the comic is completely ridiculous. Oh, of course it was from the comic. The literal shit tier comic that was so bad it got canceled on the issue 1.
Based.
Wait.
There was a comic and it was apparently awful. Yeah, so anyway, we're done with that garbage and thank fucking God. So, let's see here. We got, next week is gonna be Tuesday the 22nd, Friday the 25th, which I think I'm going to excuse everyone for not having a...
Yeah, not gonna be there on the 25th.
Christmas. Yeah, no one's gonna be here.
Well, I
for
mean,
Christmas.
it's not really Christmas for me because we celebrate on the 24th, but I'm still gonna be with family until like
right, exactly.
27th, 28th. So
now, interestingly enough, Friday is the 1st. So, if you guys are up for it, we can do another grand finale countdown, playing mini games and shit.
Sure.
Maybe, sure. Depends on how awake I am.
Tell me what games are planned for.
I don't know. You were the one that provided them all last time.
Oh yeah, shit, I was.
Good job, Max.
I'll go through the library, I guess.
Yeah.
Left 4 Dead and Interstellar are always great fallbacks.
Yeah, that one fucking game where we had to work together and then ended up killing each other more often than not.
Yes, whatever that game was.
Fucking screaming at each other half the time. The other half the time is whoever landed in the goal first trying to explode everyone else out of it.
Fuck off!
Trying to remember what game that was.
I don't know. Nobody knows.
Alright, come on,
that
Sneaky.
archive is lost.
We've got a patch to play.
Yes, indeed, we do. So I will salute you all, and I will see you all next time on Tuesday, because there is always more, and it does always get worse.